Okay, so this was the home that Joseph Barry built for his eldest daughter, Charlotte, when she married Henry Sherrard. I'll have to look up the year they were married, but I think they painted this house recently. It's really beautiful. But there is actually a really great story about this house. This house is actually right about where Lakeshore Drive opens up so that you can see the lake. When her father owned all of this land, which he did, he developed it all. There's her house. This was all open here, so they could see directly to the water. They owned a ton of land. I have photographs of, his was like Parisian gardens. It was super amazing. So the water is right down there. Lakeshore Drive is actually booming tonight. A lot of people drive this just to look at the houses and the water. But this is 59 Lakeshore Drive. See what I mean? And this is as it was. And I don't know if it's the same color. I do think they've painted it in the last year or two maybe. But this was just part of the massive estate that Joseph Barry had. It had the house that she grew up in, and then he built each of his daughters their own home on the property, which I think is pretty brilliant. Keep your kiddos nearby. And they even had like a pet bear, no joke. And everybody's looking at the water today. But this home actually is the very first property designed by Albert Kahn. Once he got out of college, I believe, Joseph Barry hired him to build this super amazing place, which I'm sure when they originally built it, it was not this loud at all. When they would have built it, I believe the original estate in the late 1800s, obviously there weren't cars yet. But so all of this property, this entire sub area really came about after Joseph Barry died, and I'm sure Charlotte had a lot to do with its development too. But really, what a beautiful property, and what a piece of history. Albert Kahn, people drive by it every day and have no idea. This is the first property he designed, thanks to Joseph Barry hiring him. Now, you want a really cool fact about this house? Jack Kerouac stayed here for quite a while. Another interesting story about Charlotte Berry is that her granddaughter married Jack Kerouac to get him out of jail. And I will tell you that story later too, but what a really magnificent house that people are still taking care of, and it just makes me so happy. I super love the little half round room there. It's just beautiful, really beautiful. I don't know, maybe they know the history, maybe they don't. It's kind of crazy in Detroit because so many people live in these historical places and don't even know it. Let's more or less look. If you look, that is Detroit, my neighborhood, which we'll go to in just a minute. It's crazy busy out here today. I've driven down here a lot of days. There's nobody on the road. But can you imagine what this would have been like, these massive gardens, and they would have gone just to the lake right there as a family. What a really great place. So I'm just sitting here hanging out in the Fischer Building. I do that sometimes because it is absolutely just the most amazing place. Why am I putting this amazing Art Deco example of architecture in this video? Well, if you don't know, Albert Kahn designed the Fischer Building. One of his greatest achievements. And he started by designing Charlotte Berry-Sherrard's wedding gift from her father. The cute little house at 59 Lakeshore Drive. Sitting here all day. This place is amazing.